Alright, so this is a new review for SBT Medic and Open. It looks to be lagging a little. This is Granary. You're Pro or Normal. Oh, you're really laggy. You have to crouch jump there to get up that. Oh, like, really laggy. Okay, hopefully that gets better. Either, like, tell your demo that you're gonna crossbow him while you're walking up, or don't crossbow him. That sucks. Tell your demo that you're gonna crossbow him while you're walking up, or just don't crossbow him at all. So you start healing, switching off the heal, crossbowing, switching. It's a waste of time. Okay, it is Granary Pro, my bad. So that round basically sucked, especially you then lost your demo, they were re-pushing too, so there wasn't really anything you can do. Hopefully your internet gets better here at some point. And that, yeah, that's not how you go up top. You have to, you want to make sure that you just jump up the hose there. You just have to crouch jump. So looking to push here, you know that basically they all wipe, so it should be a really easy take on a second. You can have your roamer. Basically every time we're pushing second, we send our roamer to start, our roamer and the scout that plays on the flank, we send them to push through this left area, this lunchbox area, and then if they can take up top above the point, it's really easy to basically just get in for free because you'll have your roamers above and behind them. They just have to back it up. Second. You need to just get your heals on the point there while people are fighting and worry about getting your pocket healed later. You have to be careful. A lot of times there's going to be snipers in the spawn doors here. Try not to flash your scout while he's on the cat. For sure. It was sort of a sketchy fight. It came out okay. Well, what I would have done is, while I'm healing, like, have my scout who's capping, and then I'm healing him out and we're both standing on the point. Getting that ×2 to ×3 bonus doesn't really much as getting like diminishing returns on cap rate. But once I have a scout on the point, I'm just So if this is what your game actually looks like while you're playing, it's gonna be a major to ever being good at medic. Like, it's just, I mean, to figure out something so that this doesn't happen. Because, like, it's bad enough that it would keep you from becoming, like, really quick at this point. There are a lot of times where you're getting bombed and basically you just have to hope that he doesn't kill you while you're not surfing and not dodging. Anyways, pushing far right, I'd say, like, you can almost always expect there to be a sniper in the spawn door against teams who know how to play this map and have, like, a decent sniper, because there's no sniping. You can't get caught out and die sniping on this last because you're literally in the spawn door. You can still change classes whenever you want. So I'm just, As a rule of thumb, especially with the point being moved closer, don't try to milk too hard.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
That wasn't gonna work. He doesn't cap fast enough for that to even be worth it. He was in a good position there to make a play on their med, even though he was low health. Much more likely to work than a back cap when they stack times 4 on the point. He didn't have anyone to block, so I would have just told him to med or something. You always want a soldier up top on the crates here. That's a really strong position where your pocket is right now. Unfortunately, he walked too far forward. You saw this soldier jump. You didn't even really look at, like, you have to make sure you're paying attention. Peripheral side vision. Totally saw that guy jump at you. The corner on the top.
Ready to charge.
So you know that you have one pick here. I think you're waiting on your pocket to get here. There's too many people in this shutter that are all fighting. You don't... That's not a good fight for your scout to be. Until you're gonna push out, don't have your scout be the one who's, like, stopping the shutter. Yeah, that's their demo that just went down. Now you can walk in... We always push... We've been pushing through choke a lot. It's a lot more open than it used to be. And especially where there can't be sticky traps. So, yeah, you want to get height now. That's good. That was a good fight.
I am fully charged. I am charged.
You weren't looking at damage sources there. You knew there was nothing in Shudder. I would have looked to my left, and if you'd been looking to your left, you would have seen that even though you were 60 health, there was nothing that could do 60 damage. Your soldiers probably overextends a bit right there. There's no reason for you to be on the point there when you have your scouts on the point. It's really never gonna be worth it. That's why I would suggest getting your own server so that doesn't happen. If you're in your own servers. They do have Reaper Ed here. Yeah, so right there you can see why playing on that internet is going to be a major hindrance to you. Too bad your roamer wasn't able to force there. Was that your pocket? I have no idea. Oh, that's a mistake. Parking out there. They should have killed you. They would have killed you. Played that smart. So, just don't walk out if you're the only one up ever. Yeah, see that's what I was talking about, where you put your roamer up top, and then that's gonna be a very good position for him to make a play from while you're pushing second. And while you're holding second, you want your roamer up top. Try and deny that, and he's gonna need, you want him 300 HP as often as possible. Because it's basically always going to be a duel between him and their roamer up there. So yeah, like you were on there last, basically, and you just, I don't know, yeah, I think you like took an Uber in with no advantage. You weren't pushing off anything. You can't really do that on any live. I'd like to see you guys change up your mids here, instead of doing the like slow garage thing that you do every mid. I already talked about how that's not how you're supposed to walk up. Yeah, when you're coming out of garage, you need to just be basically straight up, waiting for anything to bomb you and being able to react. And And the thing with going garage, or choke even if you're really slow, is when something bombs you and you're still in the garage, you can't get out. You have to just wait for it to die. It still went well for you though, so that's good. Right, so you have two. So now, when you're holding two, the other team maybe is looking to repush, you don't know what's going on. What I like to do, and what our team has been having a lot of success with, is we put our roamer here, our pocket here, our demo plays like on the point, and our scouts are supporting him and back like model. And then I just get these soldiers to 300 as much as I can, and then so the advantage of that is wherever they push, if they push up top, they have to deal with two soldiers that are spamming this. If they push down here, they're going to deal with soldiers above them. And in almost every situation, the roamer that's playing here is able to get out. It doesn't really matter if it's your roamer or your... Just how we've been setting it up. Right here, the pocket's a little... Like if you're trying to push in bottom left and there's a soldier here and a soldier here, they're both just going to be spamming this as often as they can. Same thing over here and same thing here. They're never going to get through this, any of these doors without, through like this or through this. They're never going to get through there without using. They're always going to pop reaver, because when there's two soldiers spamming you don't really have a choice. And so because of that, once they use, it's really easy for your roamer to get out here. Your pocket will almost always die in this holder. Whatever soldier's playing here will almost always die, but he'll almost always force or trade or get more than one kill or drop the medic or something. And then you can just back up and re-uber in with whatever soldier lived in your demo.
I am charged! I am fully charged!
That's why, in general, my team will also sack a scout instead of a soldier. Sacking a soldier on this last, it's really big. It can be hard for him to get anything done. Did I put... Where is your Uber meter? Tell me how much Uber charge you have, that's weird. Whatever. This is why you want a scout that plays with the combo. It's basically that situation where a scout is able to get because once the scout's through the shutter, he's gonna fuck your team over. Like there's no way around it. He is going to kill Slate unless he fucks up. Like going to be a lot of space made without getting through that shutter. If you don't have a scout with you to like just shoot their scout while he's dodging wrong, pretty bad, especially where you're running up. But you know that you have small ad, probably about 10%. Is that their medic that died again? I think that might be their medic that died again. When you take your rear, use voice lines so much, basically, that's just gonna tell the other team who you are. I would use them more sparingly. You should be looking to roll into last as soon as you get this cap here. What that means is I would try and heal anyone who has crit heals first, and then heal my pocket while he walks. Then during the fight I want to be healing my scouts. That's an easy. We're all dead. It's so hard to critique your position in a lot of situations. Can't even control where you're standing. I don't know, there's probably a lot of that missing from review, just... that's the way it has to be. I can't even, like, tell you what you're doing wrong right now, because you have no control over it. Yeah, like it.
Control point is being
Being like this on a mid will lose your team the round. There's no way around it. You guys didn't have a medic. Whatever has to happen for this not to happen, like, do that.
Our control point is being captured. We have lost control point.
Ready to charge!
Okay, so for some reason, here's the supercharge. The inspect
I am fully
the
charged!
context menu blocking you.
Ready to charge!
There's no reason not to have a sniper on. There's really, like, I would always have a sniper on this last. If either of your scouts are even remotely proficient at it, I would have a sniper. Because, the way the spawns work, someone standing in the spawn door, snipe, can switch off if they have, like, a class switch bind, they can be scoped in and taking shots, and switch without taking a step. So, like, you just have another scout then as soon as they want to switch off. It's really strong. I know there are teams that have tried even running like 2 snipers in each of the spawn doors, and then they just go back to their classes. You weren't really looking at where bombs could have been coming from right there. So 1, yes, it's your team's job to call where bombs are coming from, but 2, also be aware of that. I think the rest of this is garbage time, right? Okay, so your internet was all actually the biggest problem there. But beyond that, everything else, like when you weren't lagging out, like you were pretty solid. It was just like your calls on where you could be going and like how to play certain parts of the map could have been better. So in the future, I'm probably gonna be doing. I get through all the demos that probably do some of my own IM scrims and stuff like that. So that should be fun.